What's the deal, YouTube? I'm back in effect. My main man from across the, is it across the border?
Across the border. Toronto, man.
Toronto. My man from Toronto, Canada. Listen, I was,
Toronto, man.
Wait, hold on. You know, I always got a fucking story to tell. I've talked to you. Like I said, I used to box, and with that, I've been all around the fucking world, everywhere, just about. And Canada, now they're strict as hell. I can't get into fucking Canada. Just say that I can't. Before, you just show your ID and go across the border. Now, since 9/11, forget about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forget about it. You guys got great medical insurance. Well, not even medical insurance. Like, you don't, like here, we pay for everything, insurance and medications. Shit, they're free. You break your leg, you in Michigan, go across the fucking border, get treated in Canada for free, bring your ass back. That's old shit. I mean, like, I know motherfuckers that done that, had cancer, went across the border, got treated, brought their ass back to America. You know what I mean? Like, real
saved like 20 grand, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, people, act like, well, now I always got a fucking story to tell, but motherfuckers act like, America, I'm just it's not as once as great as it used to be. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it fucking funky. Fucking these big corporate countries fucking running this fucking country. Big fucking, corporate companies run this fucking country. You know what I mean? This wealthiest country in the world. We pay for medications and all types of shit. Drugs is big business, but that's another story. But a lot of medication, everything is already free in Canada. Like I said, I wish I was in fucking Canada, man. I got a good friend, my man, Troy, from fucking Newark, New Jersey. Went to fucking Canada to make a weed deal, never fucking came back. He's still in fucking Canada to this fucking day. But any fucking way. On to today's show. Hey, listen, man, the next Gen 720 is a very colorful character. I know people from all walks of life, man. Listen, you got a pretty famous cousin or something, don't you? Who the shit you was talking before? Who's your cousin?
King Batch.
King Batch. You young kids out there that into the Instagram thing, right?
Yeah, he's on. Well, he's a big Vine star.
Vine, Instagram, yeah. Okay, all right, my man. All right, so listen, unless you've been stuck in Bond's attic or living in a fucking cave somewhere, getting your penis pulled by a certain YouTuber, major league. Well, I don't want to say leaks, but some things that came out today that it's been heavily rumored for a while. You can talk. What came out today? I'll let you tell me. So what came out today?
Well, I forget the guy's name. Sam. I forget his name. Sam. Brand Sam or something. I'll get his name afterwards. But he reports on everything Microsoft, and he said he had a whole bunch of leaks that he was sitting on. So he decided today was the day to let them out. And he basically said that there's going to be a new Xbox Slim that's coming out that's going to be very small. Xbox TV device, kind of like a Apple TV kind of device.
Like a Roku device?
Yep. And he also said upgraded Xbox One console with new hardware.
Okay. Well, let's talk about this here. I did a video. Actually, I was supposed to be. I'm lazy here. I should have had the video up, and people again call me everything but a shallow guy. They don't believe next gen for nothing. But anyway, I did a video and saying that the new Xbox One, whatever it's going to be called, Xbox Beastfire, it's code name Scorpion, will be out in 2017. It was this Taiwanese company. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name, who does the chips for whoever, and they said in a briefing, of course they had NDAs, that they're doing a 10 nanometer chip for a console that's coming out, a major console that's coming out in 2017. Now, it was a rumor that, of course, the PlayStation Neo was coming out this year. And also, the NX was supposedly supposed to be coming out this year, but they ran into some Neo problems, whatever the case may be. But the NX was supposed to come out this year. Now, again, with that said, so if you had the PS4 Neo and you had the Nintendo NX supposedly coming out this year, then the other company is Microsoft with their whatever they're working on, whatever it's going to be called. You know what I mean? And like I said, what the hell? I did a video on it's about a month and a half ago. Some people got it, some people didn't, and some people saying you're not going to get an Xbox until 2018 and all. Like, there's no way in hell. Listen, again, I tell you guys time and time and again, Sony is Microsoft's biggest competitor. You understand that? So even if Microsoft didn't want to launch any small hardware, they have no choice but to, because Sony's doing it. You know what I mean? They have they have to compete. I played this. Microsoft and Sony share about the same audience. Nintendo dude's a little weird. You're off to the corner somewhere, fucking playing Pokemon cards and all the wild shit. But more or less the hardcore more like came here, and then the casuals because the casuals rule. But more or less we share more or less the same hardcore gamers. But the casuals, with the Maddens and the Call of Duty, they basically share the same consumers. You know what I mean? But this it doesn't make business sense. Now, I've told you guys before again about the quote unquote slim, and how I feel about that. Now, according to this rumor, that it's supposed to be about 40% smaller, more or less, and they were dropping the price down to about between $150 and $175, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Even if with that, maybe that can work, because I don't know if Sony will drop the price of the vanilla PlayStation 4 under, $300. I don't know. You know what I mean? Sony is kind of stretching themselves thin with VR over $350 million. Whatever R&D they spent on to develop the PlayStation 4 Neo, I don't know if they can, drop the quote unquote PlayStation 4 under $300, even down to $250. Now, this will be a brilliant idea if they can, get the Xbox One and sell it for, I said $200. I've been saying they should sell it $200 for a while, but if they can get a slim, and it costs, less to manufacture, get it down to $150, $175, it is what it is. But again, I still like that. To me, the slim doesn't really make any sense. You're just taking the same things that were wrong with your current console, putting it in the new console. Now, he did say something about 4K, streaming 4K, video. You know what I mean? So if it does have a 4K Blu-ray player or at least HDMI 2.0, it is what it is, though. But I think the big thing for Microsoft, and what I heard, and maybe even hear something, is going to be streaming. This little device they're going to have, like a little Kindle Fire Stick, you're going to be able to probably play their basic indie titles there, and most likely you're going to be able to stream their AAA titles from whatever. You know what I mean? What do you think about that? You think that'll be a big thing, $100, and you get to stream, with Azure? Because shit, they showed Halo 4 running on a goddamn cell phone. What do you think about that in that direction?
Well, it's very interesting. Yeah, that also leaked out today that they're planning to release a cloud streaming service at E3, and that they're going to demo it for us. And if you can play Xbox One games streaming in that sense, it'd be a game changer. Also, too, in the cloud, they have different devices in the cloud. So if they're using a more powerful GPU in the cloud, potentially we could get even better graphics than or better frame rates per se than the regular Xbox One that we have now.
Here's the thing, because you can have whatever hardware in the cloud. You can have 980s or 1080s, whatever in the cloud, and you're just streaming it. Like I said, again, Mike, I guess not Microsoft, but they don't really talk about the cloud as much as they used to. I guess they feels from the mindset they're gonna let the games talk for themselves. But I was to be honest, I was very impressed when with Halo 4 was it being able to run on that Windows phone. I was like, oh shit. And they said they got it down to like 2 megabytes, the latency or some wild shit like that. So even if you had the shittiest connection, people will still be able to take advantage of it with the new tech. I forgot what college or somebody made this tech, but Microsoft, snatched it all up. But they was able to, on the cloud, even with the shittiest connection, they was get down like 2 megabytes or something crazy like that. So everybody would basically be able to take advantage of the cloud. You know what I mean? But like that, for $100, an Xbox One stick, probably play the basic, with some little indie games that's out now, little bullshit games. And
iDarb.
Shit like iDarb and, maybe Rocket League or whatever the hell. And for the, you go into the Microsoft, the Xbox One store, and probably be able to stream their, Gears of War 4 or not one when you buy. Mostly you probably will still have to buy the titles. I don't think they're gonna probably rent them, but you probably just have to buy the titles, and then It's like I said, it's not not practical because what was that streaming on live? That's basically you plug a little bullshit ass box up to your TV and you stream the fucking game. The same thing with the company that Sony bought. What's the name? Sadeki. What's the name of that goddamn company Sony bought?
I forget the name of it, but yeah,
Yeah,
same type of basis. Also, Nvidia Shield actually
yep, same thing.
has a streaming, and actually they can stream 1080p 60 frame per second games and
Mm.
with like top graphics. And I know that the cloud actually has Nvidia GPUs in it. That's what they're
Damn.
using right now. They're using Nvidia GPUs in the cloud right now.
You know
So
what? They're really honestly, like I said, I got to give Microsoft credit. I know I've been giving them a lot of shit lately. I'm just being real. What I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a gamer, and I still don't like even some of the stuff, what the messaging that I've been hearing, about their new thing that they're still trying to merge. Because whether you choose to believe this or not, or want to accept it, Microsoft runs PC fucking gaming. It's not Steam, okay? The OS that you use to play your fucking games, you guys, is fucking Windows. You understand what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So again, whether I have a Mac. Actually, I have 3 Macs, and my fucking Steam library on my Mac sucks donkey fucking dick. It
yeah.
does. You know what I
Doesn't
mean?
get many games. Doesn't get all the games for sure.
No, it doesn't. Like Microsoft, whether you choose to believe it or not, they fucking essentially run fucking gaming. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess maybe from a business aspect, they're trying to merge the two. Maybe I have to evolve and I have to go. Maybe it's like I said, a little pushback on my end. You know what I mean? Because some of the rumors or something that I've been hearing for a while, and I even asked Phil this. I told him word for word and said I don't want to see my favorite platform or console become a service. You know what I mean? And yada yada. And he was like, you know what I mean? What do I mean by a service? You know what I mean? I still want to, buy my consoles, and it's just the way that, that I've been traditionally playing video games since the NES. But even it has to change. I get it again, for gaming to survive, technology is forever moving forward. You know what I mean? Even Sony, I did a video about this also. Sony, even when their execs were saying they don't know about even if the PlayStation 5, I'm not talking about the Neo, will be an actual physical console. You know what I mean? They was talking about this shit their damn self. You know what I mean? They were saying also that, us buying a set box, plugging in, that's going to die after a while. You know what I mean? You probably have something about the size of a car, put that in your TV, access the games, pull them down, stream them, and play, and keep it fucking moving. You know what I mean? Going forward, but how about you? Are you more digital this generation, or you still want to, buy the
I
box?
I like physical games just for the simple fact that when I'm done with them, I can
Old
trade them in
school.
and
Okay.
get some money off of a new game, so I don't have to fork it. Because when
Old
I'm done with
school.
whatever, if it's not an online game or a sports game, I'm pretty much done with the game in a month. So
Oh, so you trade your games in?
yeah, I'll trade them in. Like for instance, um, game it's called EB Games here, but it's GameStop in the States. They had a special trade 3 games in that are worth $8 or more, and get $70 off of any new game. So I used that to get Uncharted, and I ended up just paying $10
Mhm.
for it. So it's good to have it. It's good to have that. I don't mind to go digital, but the price has got to be cheaper, or there's got to be some type of incentive. Like I went digital with Quantum Break because I was able to get the PC version, so
Mhm.
it made sense. It's like, okay, I get two copies of the game, for free, and when I'm done with my Xbox version, I can sell that version, and I still got another version there if I want to play the game again. So it has to make sense. All they need to do is just reduce the prices by, I would say, 30% over physical, and a lot of people would go just digital.
Yeah, well, what's one? You know what? But I think not. I think I know. Gamers. You remember at the 2013 Microsoft Always Online and yada yada yada, and there was a major pushback because us console gamers, Well, not for me. I'm all about technology and shit, forward. But there was, a lot of pushback. You know what I mean? Well, I can't play my console. Who the fuck buys a next generation console and who's not connected to the internet? Everyone that was fucking complaining was complaining over the internet. I'm just fucking being real. But now this generation, we done had several games that were always online. They didn't work if you didn't have an internet connection. You understand what I'm saying? So
Division, Destiny.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that's what this again, I go back to what I say, and I kind of go back and forth with Mooch and Crap. Not even Mooch, but Crap or whoever, you know what I mean? Regardless of like the belief, we all 4 or 5 different individuals with our own beliefs, our own things, you know what I mean? And I've always said that if Microsoft wants the cloud to be successful, you know what I mean, and want third party or whoever to adapt it, they have to be the ones to quarterback it. Crackdown is going to be their first like game, online and stuff like that, like really with the cloud. I understand you had Titanfall, but it's really everything be done in the cloud. Going forward, at the craft of any exclusive that Microsoft release should use some functionality of the fucking cloud. You understand what I'm saying? You have to lead by example, and developers are like artists. They like to fucking pitch their visions and push the bounds as far as they can go. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but getting back with them saying, but one of the things that bothered me, what I heard today, I won't say really bothered me, but they new mandate that games on Xbox are going to have to release on PC. That's the day and date. So when we get Gears of War 4, it's going to be releasing on Windows 10 day and date. If that stands to be true. Like, to me, again, like I said, I'm still from the mindset that you do have to have some things exclusive to your said hardware to sell your hardware. You know what I mean? Like, what do you feel about that? You know what I mean? It's not that I care about who plays the games. It's not that. Trust me. You know what I mean? But
you have to give console gamers some type of incentive. So if I was running the show, I would basically say, if if you buy the game on Xbox One, you get the game free on PC, and that would make a lot of people go and get an Xbox One because they could play some of the other exclusive games that are just exclusive to console.
You think so?
Yeah, because PC gamers are kind of cheap, man. They want.
But you see what happened with fucking Quantum Break? I got so many people gave me so many Windows 10 codes for Quantum Break. People were selling them. You know what I mean? That I don't.
But they did it wrong. What they need to do is they need to tie it to your account. They didn't tie it to your account.
Okay.
Like they just sent you a code and that's it. What they need to do is tie it to your account, because your Xbox Live account is the same on PC. It's the same on Xbox One. So all they need to do is tie it to your account, and then you're not going to have all these people flipping the codes because it's tied to their account, right? So it's their game. I think that would be a much better strategy. I don't think they planned it well.
But what do you? So we're talking about the Scorpion, the new hardware. Tell me, what's your thoughts? What do you not your thoughts? What are your expectations? What do you feel about it?
Well, there's lots of rumors out there that it could be a 10.
From what we heard today. From what we heard today.
From what I heard today, it's exciting, and it's needed because let's be honest, Xbox One is 1.3 teraflops, and it's amazing what they can crank out of that box with the low teraflops. But let's be real, that's pretty weak, and the PS4 is not much better. The PS4 is just 1.83 teraflops, so it's just a little bit better. And you got like $250 GPUs that are like 4 teraflops, right? So it's not a lot of power. They really did start this generation with less power, and the technology in the last few years has accelerated. It's really gone fast, and they're at a point now where they have to update their consoles, both of them. They have to do it.
Well, what was told to me from certain people, whatever the case may be, and know some people that know some people, that just to be honest, the PS4 and the Xbox One was like kind of a cash grab. because usually when consoles release, I've always said that they have the top of the line CPUs and GPUs or whatever the case may be, but they both were sold at a profit. You know what I mean? Like Nintendo did that shit with the Wii. You understand? And like, oh my God, it was, you know, like usually they sell the hardware at a loss and make their money make their money back through, you know, licensing, you know, with Call of Duty or whoever. If you're going to release your game on our system, you got to pay us $10. So, you know what I mean? With licensing fees, that's how you normally they make their money, through software sales and peripherals and hard drives, attachments, and all that stuff right there. But when this came out, they, you know, just right off the back, they were, I think, $18 from Sony and $25 for Microsoft. Hold on, I got UPS at the door. Hold on 1 second. Take a. Who the fuck locked the door? Sorry, back. I need to talk. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know what you said. I had to get the door. I'm sorry. But yeah, you know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, what happened last generation, it's not natural. It actually was did more harm than good. But you have a lot of gamers, just the 360 and the PSP were their first consoles. You know what I mean? So they used to 8 and 9 year old life. Come on. Like it's not natural.
That was ridiculous, though, man. That was ridiculous. That was I love my Xbox 360. I still have it here, and it was a great generation. But it went on a little bit too long. Towards the last couple of years, like the last 2 years of the 360 cycle, I was dying for new hardware. I was dying for a new experience.
But you know why? Because when they released the Kinect was so goddamn successful. It was like they were launching the Xbox 360 all over again. You know, so like that should have. I believe last generation should have ended at probably when it came out 2005, 2006, around 2011, maybe 12. And, you know, that's still even pushing. Like I said, 5 years normally, 5 years new hardware. You know what I mean? But now, like I said, but even with the rumors about the Scorpion, that it's supposed to have some VR. You know, integrated in maybe the Oculus Rift. So
they're trying to partner up with them. Yeah.
Well, they're already partnering up with them, but maybe even like I said for their next console. You know, what's the minimum requirements to run Oculus Rift on PC? What's the
you need either a GTX 970 or an R9 290, which is like basically
that's the minimum.
Yeah, which is basically like 2,500 Steam processors. 40 CUs. Yeah, that's the minimum. That's like right now in the market, I don't know, that's like a $350, $400 GPU. But like I said, the Polaris ones that are coming out, they're going to have the power to deal with that. They're going to be like $250 for the equivalent power to run Oculus Rift, right? So.
Well, and again, so if these rumors are precise or true, the next Xbox, whatever codename Scorpion, it's going to be a pretty powerful console. You know?
Yeah. It would have to be over 5 teraflops because these GPUs are over 5. If I had to be a guessing, the 10 teraflops is kind of really high. If I had to be a guessing man, I would say it's going to be around 7.5 teraflops. But once again, when you have that in a closed box, that performance is going to be more towards like 8.5, 9 teraflops, right? That's sufficient power.
Also, too, like I said, the PS4 Neo PS4K, it's going to be running on a 14 nanometer chip, if I'm not mistaken, 14.
Yeah, 14.
At this Taiwanese company who's making a 10 nanometer chip for it's going to be Microsoft's next console. God damn. That's like bleeding edge, cutting edge technology right there, you know what I mean? But I'm going to say this again, you know what I mean? I still feel the way I feel about the Slim. Like, you know, it is what it is. But if they're going to do that and they're going to cut the price down to $150 or 75, you know, fine. I'm not buying one. I don't need one. But they have to show whatever's going to be called the Xbox codename Scorpion, because they're going to be a lot. You know, the little Xbox Roku stick or Apple stick 5, whatever they're working on. That's cool. Even the Slim, some people like that. That's even cool. But people are, and what are you doing for me lately? You know what I mean? What are you doing for me right now? And people are going to see the PS4 Neo. They're going to see these graphics. They're going to, and they're going to be like, oh, shit. So Microsoft, they got to come out and show some, listen, hey, this is going to be out next year, whatever the case may be, to at least keep some of their loyal customers on this side that's not going to fucking jump ship. Because everybody, to be honest with you, doesn't have what you call a disposable income. They can't afford to buy both consoles. You know what I mean? So do you think they should at least announce or show what the Xbox Scorpion is or what they're working on?
Yeah, they definitely need to, because it's pretty much confirmed that the PS4 Neo will be coming out this fall, and you can't give them another advantage. You can't give them a year jump, because I'm an Xbox guy, thick and thin, and it would be really hard for me not to get that console if there's not a new Xbox coming out. It would be hard for me to wait. The only thing that might tide me over, if they're not going to release it this year and they're going to release it early next year, is if the streaming that is rumored to happen is at 1080p and 60 frames per second. That might hold me over to wait till they launch the console. Apart from that, I don't know, man. If there's a more powerful console out there, why are you going to buy a less powerful console? Like, why would you do that? Even if it's $100 more, why would you do that?
That's been my thing from the rip. Like, who's gonna buy an Xbox One for $300 when you can get a Neo for $400? You know what I mean? But you talking about $150, $175? That motherfucker gonna fly off the shelves come this holidays. Just goddamn, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they might be on. That might be some weed shit right there. I get an Xbox One for $100. You know what I mean? And they got Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Recore, all this other shit that's coming out this holiday season. You can get all that. I can play that shit on for $150, $175. Damn. Now you know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean? That can. You know what I mean? They may win the holidays with that. I'm just being realistic, you know what I mean? I'm just coming from, because I'm a little poor black boy from the ghetto, you know what I mean? And you got the cheapest shit. Man, my friends got the Super Nintendo, but you got the Atari 2600 or some shit. There's a video game, motherfucker. Plug that shit up. You know what I mean? So that shit, again, is going to... Look, numbers don't lie. You look at some of the top games that be in NPD, they're still on a fucking 360. Kids are still not getting the 360 last Christmas and only for $100 fucking dollars. It's their first console. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just believe it or not, the PS4, like I said, I think it was the fastest selling console of all time. But consoles really don't take off until they hit that sweet spot of fucking $199. That's normally traditionally been the sweet spot. $199. That was even true with the PlayStation 2. It was selling well, but when it got down to $199, the motherfucker really took off. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So that's the sweet spot. The 360 was selling well. That bitch got down to $199, took off. So they, like I said, they may still be in it. You know what I mean? But I still think they need to show just, you know what I mean? Because it's been hard being an Xbox fan this generation, man. Damn, you know what I mean? Like we be getting our motherfucking teeth kicked in. We can't enjoy our games. They going to watch shit with a fine tooth comb and all types of shit. Like, it's been rough out here, man. It's been hard out here on the pimp, man. It's been hard, man.
Everybody was hyped up for Quantum Break, and then when that analysis came out where they said, "Oh, it's 720p," that took all the mustard right out of it, man.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy though, and it to me, I'm just being honest. It looked, I don't know what the hell happened, but it looked better to me graphically when they were showing it before it came out. I was like, oh shit. I don't know if I'm got accustomed to this generation and, I'm not wild anymore. But to me, it looked better when he was first showing it, you know what I mean? Especially at Gamescom. I was like, oh, did you see these graphics? But, it got a downgrade. I still,
honest to tell you, for what they did and how they did it, I still thought it looked excellent. I thought it was a good game, too. I really enjoyed that game. But, yeah, the 720p moniker that followed that game really hurt it in sales. It did hurt it in sales.
You think the resolution? I think. I think it,
Matt. Like you and I, we're like gamers, so
Yeah. Yeah.
we don't look too much into that.
Mm-hmm.
But the casual gamer out there, it's 720p. That's half the resolution of
That bitch was
1080p.
720p. I just
Oh
thought
my
about it.
gosh, it looks like it's smeared on the screen, and they just don't give it the time of day. Sony has pushed this 1080p crap so hard. And truth be told, apart from Quantum Break, because the way they did the 720p, how they put all these different frames together to get an actual 1080p picture,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like a traditional 720p.
I know.
It looked
That's
much
funny.
better than that. But I will say a 720p title and a 1080p title, there is a difference. It's not as sharp. It's softer. You're gonna have more aliasing. However, 900p and 1080p, it looks the same unless you got both of them at the same time running and you're going over each section of it to see the difference. That's why you got Digital Foundry telling everybody what the freaking resolution is, because half of the people can't tell.
Yeah, bro, I've been saying that from day one. If even look when what was the first Call of Duty that came out with the next gen console? Black Ops. What was it? Or Call of Duty Ghost.
I think it was Ghosts.
And they gave the edge to the PlayStation 4 version. They said the only reason we're giving the edge, they're identical because it's 1080p. And come to find out that shit wasn't even 1080p. It didn't become 1080. I mean, it was 720p also. It didn't become 1080p after launch with the patch.
That was
So,
IGN that did that. I remember that.
Yeah. So you really, I'm just being not shit for you really fucking can't. I mean, you can't. If we can really tell by eye, looking by eye, there would be no Digital Foundry with these $1,000 for machines breaking this shit goddamn down.
No,
you know what I mean?
no.
And again, who the fuck has a 900p television? Everything's fucking upscale. You know?
Yeah, it upscales it. Yeah, so you're like, in actuality, it'll be a little bit softer, but like I said, you'd have to run them side by side, frame by frame, and like, oh, okay, that sign there, it's a little bit blurrier on this one, and this one here, the corner of it's a little, like, who the hell does that? You play in motion, you're not gonna notice it, man.
So okay, flip the script here. So you think that this generation has taken a turn for the worse? Because to be honest, like I've always said, and I've got shit from the Sony fans, but this generation honestly has not been about the games. It's been about power, resolution, frames per second. Now, again, we can argue, everyone is, you're entitled to an opinion who has the better exclusives, or, it is what it is. That's your opinion. You know what I mean? We did what was fact. But, but we both share the same fucking multiplex. And it was the issue because here is your biggest competitor. Their shit is 1080p 99.9% of the times, and your shit is 932. I just said I done heard some of the strangest resolutions from Microsoft this generation. I never heard of 790 27p. What the fuck?
892.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I done heard some crazy shit this generation, man. You know what I mean? And that's, again, Microsoft, like I said, I don't know what the fuck happened, but their ace of speed that they had last generation is that they have the better version of, quote unquote, of the multiplex. Fact, you can't negate that. And the PS3 was a more powerful console, the cell processor, and it really shined with Sony's exclusives. Okay, it is what it is. But again, so Microsoft traded in all of their advantages that they had last generation and then came out with this generation. You know what I mean? And they didn't have the better version of the quote unquote the multiplex. You know what I mean? I think that they were really banking also on cloud compute, because before the Xbox One, when it was launching, they kept saying, "Oh, you're going to have 30 times the power of an Xbox One in the cloud. You're going to be able to share your games with your friends, and of course, the infamous, you always got to be online." The reason why they wanted you to always be online is because it was required for cloud compute. And then the devs were going to say, okay, well, every console is going to be always online, so we can implement cloud compute into every game, because every console has to be online. And when they abandoned that, everything just started to fall apart, man. Yo, bro, like I said, like I told you before, Microsoft always fucking panics and I said yesterday, I've heard the expression, don't throw the water out with the baby. They threw the fucking water. I wish they would have stuck to their vision. You remember when they did the E3 announcement was revealed, and they were showing all the features with the cloud. I remember they were playing Killer Instinct, and you said, you know what? I'm gonna set up. They paused the game and set up a match in Battlefield. right? I believe it was the game. And then when they sent out invites to their friends, and then when all their friends, they got a notification, when all their friends joined their match, they went from fucking Killer Instinct to Battlefield, no lag, no load time. I was like, oh shit, like that's some next generation shit. And we didn't get none of that stuff this generation. They scrapped all that, you know what I mean? Just being able to trade your games digitally online. That was dope shit, you know what I mean? Maybe.
Yeah, that was, and it benefited everybody. It benefited the gamer because you were able to trade in your digital games, and get money back for it. Also, too, the devs would finally get paid and stop getting ripped off from GameStop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't understand it. It was a good thing, and the part that pissed me off the most is that Microsoft let Sony punk them off because Sony was gonna do the exact same thing. And when they saw what happened with Microsoft, they're like, "Oh shit, we better not do this. Oh, pull the camera, pull the DRM. Look, this is how you trade your games."
Yeah.
You know, they were gonna do the exact same shit. Like the camera was gonna be bundled with it. Why the hell else do you think that the PS4 has the Move Light on it if they weren't gonna bundle the camera with it?
Yeah.
They removed all that stuff last minute.
Yeah, like that's why their show was like 45 minutes late. They was back there scrambling late. They was like, "Oh, we got to change this." I'm like, I just wish Microsoft kind of stuck to their guns. And to be honest with you, the shit that they had, even with the TV stuff. Again, I told you, no one just plays games on their console, you know. But they took it from the big public backlash about the TV shit that we didn't want TV. It's not that. Again, they misread the audience. When they did the unveil, I believe it was in May or so, it was the hardcore gamer that took off work to see your console, and we want to see the games, the graphics. Simple show like Sony did. They had a 30-minute show, and we saw next generation graphics. We was like, oh shit. And that's what we were looking for. And then we saw a bunch of Star Trek shit and TV.
Yeah. Wrong emphasis on the wrong thing.
It wasn't that shit wasn't cool and it wasn't dope. You know what I mean? Get 10 minutes, but we wanted to see the games, talk about the power of the consoles. We talked about the fucking the rumble trick or something, and they could have gave us some more of that PV shit at E3. But but they took it as they panicked. Oh, the cable boxes, this, that we that wasn't a cool feature, and then they scrapped all that shit again. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, Microsoft, to me, they're all of their wounds have been self-inflicted this generation. Like, they shot themselves in both feet before the fucking race took off. You know what I mean? Like, all of their wounds have been self-inflicted. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but even with, you know, Lionhead Studio, that's gone. Big public backlash from that. Fable's not there anymore. Putting Quantum Break on PC was a big public backlash from that shit. The sacrificing the specs of your goddamn console to include a peripheral that did no software that you didn't support, you know, as far as the Connect, you know what I mean? It's like, god damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you motherfuckers out there doing? You know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But like I said, so the rumors is, before we get the hell out of here, a mini quote of like Xbox Roku Kindle Fire type stick that you're going to be able to play the basic games, like, you know, the arcade titles, indie titles, and most likely be able to stream their AAA games over, you know, the cloud, you know, Zoro or whatever, and the Xbox Mini that's going to be 40% smaller. I think they said they were with some 4K capabilities, and I'm sorry, and with $150 to $175 price cut.
If I could just read this out real quick.
Yeah,
So the person who did the podcast was Brad Sams, and he's a writer that's focused on everything Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically he said that Xbox Mini is real. He says that Microsoft is planning 2 streaming devices to be revealed at E3, one the size of a Chromecast and the other one that is larger, around the size of a lunchbox. The bigger one, which is rumored to be 175 to 150, may be a more capable streaming device than the smaller one, with more features and the ability to run apps and play games. The smaller one will simply be for streaming, and it's going to be priced around $100. And he also said a new Xbox One that will allow 4K video playback, but he's not sure about the 4K gaming. And in addition to that, Microsoft will be talking about Xbox as a platform instead of a gaming console at E3. And then also the head editor, Tom Warren, he's the head editor over at Verge. He reported that the Xbox Slim is going to be 40% smaller than what we have now. And he also, and Tom Warren, like, you know, he's on the money for his Microsoft predictions because, you know, he works with them, right? And also, he just tweeted out about an hour ago that Polygon is reporting that next year's Xbox One will be 4 times more powerful. And that's 4 times more powerful. He's saying it's going to be 4 times more powerful, and that's more powerful than the PS4 Neo.
This is what Polygon's saying now?
Yeah, Polygon's saying that right now. Tom Warren just tweeted that out.
Oh, so the Xbox, yeah. So like I said, it was so 10 teraflops is not out of the question.
And I
got said before that I don't know why I get. Maybe it's the way I talk. Maybe they don't like me because I got dreads. I did a video saying that the next iteration of Microsoft's the next quote unquote upgrade from whatever you're going to call it is going to be out in 2017. I might even link the video here because they're just Taiwanese company that makes the chips. So they're making a 10 nanometer chip for a console that's coming out in 2017. You know what I mean? Like I said, the NX was supposed to come out this year with the PlayStation 4 Neo. I heard they ran into some yield problems, whatever the case may be, because look how they even announced it to say it's coming out. They announced it on Twitter that their console won't be ready to fucking March. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's not even that's some last minute shit here. You know what I mean? They have to scrap them. Bro, they come into E3 with one fucking game. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, goddamn, let's let you know right there. That's like Microsoft. Hey, our new console is going to be out next year, 2017. They're going to announce it on Twitter. That's it. And, you know, say nothing about it.
Yeah.
The NX was supposed to come out this year. And I think ran some problems.
I think the NX, I think they're probably going to do some revisions because it's rumored to be just a little bit more powerful than a PS4, right? So with the Neo coming out, you know, how are you going to release another weak ass console, right? So they're probably backtracking and they're going to do some revisions. And the Xbox One, if it turns out to be 8 teraflops, a 10 teraflop system, that would be huge. And if they could price it at $400, $500,
I say 500.
I can't see PC gamers not wanting to get that at that power level.
Bro, that's what I said before. Maybe that's the end game to get the PC market on the Xbox One. And they put out a goddamn console at 10 teraflops. That's way more power than unless you got a $12,000 PC.
Yeah.
I'm just being real. You know what I mean? So it's hard to turn your back on that, and most likely give them mouse and key support for let them play by themselves. And you know that's fucking Microsoft. Like I said, they are. But whether you agree or disagree, Microsoft runs fucking gaming. They do.
Yes, they do. Yes, because if, for instance, Windows 10 is it's the highest adoption rate of any of their operating systems.
Yes.
I last time I checked, I think they had like 400 million people that already switched over to it.
Yes.
So that's all potential gaming customers for starters. And if you don't think Windows runs the show, look at all these Steam boxes that run on Linux. They all flopped.
Yeah.
They flopped big time. So if you want a game on PC, you got to get a Windows PC. Period.
Yeah, period. Also, we are the creators of DirectX.
Yeah.
Second, we are the owners of the fucking Havoc engine. Yeah. Hey, Microsoft says thank you to all you ponies that went out there and bought Uncharted. Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, they're getting paid for that because they use Naughty Dog uses the Havoc engine.
99.9% of the goddamn games that are played today uses the fucking Havoc engine. Like I said, Microsoft again. Sony may be the console leader, but Microsoft guaranteed makes more money than Sony this generation off of gaming. It is what it is. I mean, I give credit what credit is due. Microsoft, and I can give a fuck about their 401k, their portfolio. That doesn't affect me. I don't like to brag about Microsoft money. It's not my fucking money. But God damn, they did $1 trillion in revenue. You know what I mean? Over the quarter, $1 trillion fucking dollars in fucking revenue.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like for real, like just being real. You know what I mean? But like I've always said this again, I just wish that they stopped trying to fucking play nice. Be the fucking behemoth
Yeah,
that you are. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Just being real,
Too,
like
too kissy kissy, man, with
yeah,
Sony. Come on, man.
they
I
feel
understand. I understand. There's a mutual respect there,
it's
and that's
cool.
fine. But you don't need to always be tweeting out, "Oh, congratulations! Oh, this," because you know what? Sony don't be doing that, and
Nintendo doesn't do it.
they
Fuck
be slapping you. Like
yeah.
I remember some devs making even fun of the 720p Quantum Break, and I was like, "What the hell? This is so unprofessional."
Hey, bro, the Microsoft's been the laughing stock of this goddamn generation, man. You know what I mean? They need to cut with the bullshit. Stop apologizing. Like,
Yeah,
stop it. Like, it be what it is. Like, goddamn, you don't have to, they've just been so fucking scared since the back, what this, we talking about $1 billion investment that didn't go over well with the consumer at launch. You understand what I'm saying? So now
yeah,
they got a PR team. They have to be out there tweeting to their fans and this, that, and the other. They're trying to win back, quote unquote, the shit that happened at launch. Just being honest. So I'm not of the mindset that Phil Spencer or Rand Greenberg. I'm not one of them dudes that think that they're my fucking friends or they owe me anything. No, I'm not.
no,
Cool. So we have a mutual respect. It is what it is. But again, like I said, I respect everybody. I don't disrespect anybody because I don't like when it's under me. So I'm damn sure not gonna do any other. It's like I don't tweet nobody no bullshit. I'm not with the weirdo shit. I tell them motherfucker quit. It's cool. I don't even fucking tweet developers or whoever. I'll let them speak to me first. Not saying I'm too good at anything because, like again, I told you, I get 1,001 tweets. So I imagine what the fuck they get. So unless it's something very, very important and I want to ask somebody something, I don't do that. Man, I don't play. Oh, I can Phil Spencer's in my party. I'm not one of them dudes. You know what I mean? I don't even he doesn't even curse, and I got a fucking potty mouth, so I avoid parties and shit. No, you know what I mean? Like it is. I'm very respectful. I curse like a fucking seller. That man's a saint. He doesn't even fucking curse. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, like at the end of the day, like I said, they just not stop being like not for nothing though. That's how Phil is. Generally, you know what I mean? I don't know if he's a Buddhist fucking monk or what, man. Non-violent. That motherfucker's a white Martin Luther King. That's just how he is. Naturally, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo,
yeah,
goddamn, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, even people, you say what you want about fucking Donnie D, my man Donnie Scumbag Matrick. He was a fucking businessman. He was rude and he didn't give a fuck.
yeah. He had some G-like ways, man.
Yeah, fuck your feelings. What, nigga? What? Yo, yeah, I mean, guys, I never forget this shit. When Microsoft had that horrible E3, when Usher was out there pop locking and all that shit, and Sony was showing off God Award. So what's my man? Jeff Keighley, what's the guy named from Game Trailer? So he's interviewing fucking Don Mattress, like, yeah, you know what I mean? What he might, Sony's really putting pressure on you guys, yeah. And, what do you got? Probably this year, we probably was going to get, like, for Christmas, maybe, like, Forza or another Call of Duty map packs and all that shit. He was like, yeah, well, we got Halo. They don't have anything to sell like Halo. We got Gears of War. No, none of these titles sell like Gears of War. We're not really like he ain't give a fuck. Like the Kinect is number one. No, we doing this. Like he was talking that shit, that big money shit. Then another time when he was interviewed, I forgot by who, and they were, this before the Steam boxes came out, and they were talking about, that because I was gonna get the Steam box. Oh shit, the Steam box. Yada, 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 you know what I mean? And he even said then, so is Microsoft going to feel any pressure, from Valve or Steam entering into quote-unquote console business? He was like, I don't know. It costs a lot of money to be in the hardware business, man. I don't know. And you see motherfucking Steam, and they don't make their own fucking, their own box. So they want the HP, and that's why it fucking fell. If Valve came out, or Steam, would have came out with one fucking Steam box, with one company, and promoted that, but they had one for $5,000 with Hewlett HP and one with $2,000 with Dell, and that was the fucking issue. You didn't know what the fuck was the Steam, but God, they got 9 different SKUs, and and
it was just cheaper just to buy a regular PC. It was cheaper to do it.
Yeah, and again, if they were going after the quote unquote console market, because believe it is, this is where the money at. They slumped. I don't be wrong. Steam, it's not. You hook your PC up to your computer. It's not as hard as you think. Just hook your fucking PC. I play it on my fucking TV and put Steam in big picture mode, control it with my Xbox controller, and keep it moving. But they should have just kept it fucking simple for the mom and dads. Had it at $400 or $500, and be like, hey, our specs crushed the Xbox One just for $400 or $500. It really did well. They just would have had one SKU, but left the option to add whatever you want to as you go along. If they just had one SKU and did that and backed it, we might have been in a different conversation. You know what I mean? But they didn't do that, and they went with X, Y, and Z. But anyway, thank you guys. We're getting 260 people here at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you for rocking. That's my man Dean from across Canada. Shout yourself out, Dean.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting my channel up and going. I'm gonna be making some changes there.
Every fucking day, you need to be putting out content, man. The people love you, man. You said you pimp bitches and get riches.
That's it. I'm gonna give you guys all the secrets in my latest podcast. All right.
It is what it is, man. But thank you for rocking out with. Listen, I need some fucking knowledgeable fucking ponies. Jabari got embarrassed last week. He's not answering my phone calls. I done texted him 1,000 times. Dean went out there and fucking ripped his head off and took his shit down his throat. Listen, just to have fun. You guys pop all that shit on Twitter and Facebook. The man stepped into the playground. I
feel bad. I got him some new hoofs. I got him some new hoofs. And they'll be better than his last hoofs. So maybe he can argue a little bit better next time.
Hey, yo, y'all took that motherfucker to the glue factory. Shout out to my boy Jabari though. But let's fuck what I heard. I don't watch this guy shit. I think he's a fucking weirdo. One Stop for Gamers. He's trying to do a fucking Xbox versus Pony show now. Like, goddamn, no ideas original, nothing new under the sun. Like, wow. Goddamn.
Where's the integrity?
You know what, bro? Again, like I listen. Those who know. And I'm not saying there were no other podcasts on fucking YouTube, but BGST was the first podcast that was a weekly goddamn thing. Now, again, I like it. The community is growing. It is what it is. But goddamn, these come up with your own shit. You know what I mean? The guy, I guess I don't fuck with him. I think he's weird. But then Jay Century, he told us yesterday that One Stop says I steals all his. I didn't fucking watch his channel. He said I steals all his content. I don't know that motherfucker. Yo, I used to, you know what? Maybe when the consoles first came out, I didn't know who he was. He was sitting there for I played a couple games and I beat him in Killer Instinct, put it on my channel, and this one was just like BGSC's first started taking off. And he started coming to me and saying that Crap and Showstopper were making videos about him. I'm like, huh? I'm like, Crap is showing me who the fuck you are. Like, yeah, yes, he is. Because I'm just motherfucking rap. Like, that motherfucker really loony. I said, this motherfucker crazy as hell, bro. I had to block him because this motherfucker weirdo. Ever since then, that motherfucker's, man, he's a stan, man. He's a fan. But anyway, man, we out of here, man. Xbox Scorpion for the win. Woohoo! We're going.
Yeah. Bang.